got private rooms, music.
A member of staff.
I'd probably break his nose. Good point.
How much further can I go?
Maybe this would be more open to trading?
Such a prig. Pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real...
For a while, after the Shadow Curse was lifted, I felt hope in a way that I hadn't felt in years. I thought that nature would heal and balance between it and civilization could be restored once and for all. Yet since we neared the city, I've seen more and more signs that I was being naive. Refugees, orphans, the downtrodden, all being left behind. Perhaps the Shadow Druids were right in their own twisted way. If such sorrows are the fruits of civilization, perhaps there can be no true balance between it and nature. Temporary crises have a habit of becoming part of the everyday, given half a chance. A rot is taking hold here. That poor girl, Yenna. This city will devour her as sure as any wild predator would do. Be it through malice or just neglect. Her fate will... Society should be judged based on how they treat their most vulnerable. Baldur's Gate may deserve harsh judgment from what I've seen so far. I sensed you would. A problem for another day, perhaps. I just hope there is another day. At least we took Yenna in off the streets. But there are many more out there.
We're when you met the drow.
Confuses me for a member of staff.
I'd probably break his...
Gone tomorrow. Get them while they're hot.
I got it. I got it. And thanks.
Seems simple enough.
Set your worries at ease.
No, what if there's food shortages? Rationing and we can't leave anything to chance.
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
No time to rest. Should mind my step.
Two maidens and a bad
What's
serve
up for
any
discussion?
foul. You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us. I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away. Which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking, but it's the one inside the prison. I can give you the means to break him free. I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an Illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocket. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden. One that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You...
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. Power. Ancient. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of... I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. I am no mortal, and I do not fail. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged, but only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years. And these chosen, they brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. But they'll be... If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Arch-wizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. Right here. You'll find everything is in order. The moment I have your signature, you will have the means to free Orpheus. The hammer. You guarantee the crown will be mine once the brain is defeated, and I swear that I will never use the crown to dominate a mortal. I will come to collect, and then we all gather in the House of Hope. Me dressed in my finest silks, you skinless, hanging from a hook to watch as your world dies. Perfect. One more rhyme, for old time's sake. The master was slain within his own house. They dined on him both, the cat and the mouse. The hammer is yours. You will find yourself in Orpheus's presence before the end comes. When you do, shatter the chains that hold him. Be sure to keep the hammer safe, and I'll keep your contract. I'll be seeing you. And when I do, we dine.
The ink has has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a diabolus can offer some comfort. Or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. And you. It's concerning that something could come between us like that. Especially when we are so close to the Elder Brain. Do you have any idea what it was? Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him? You did? Good. I am glad. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil.
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
Always room for more. Something good here, I hope.
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
Careful, I bite. Easy.
No one stopped me yet. Another step forward.
Journey to the Underdark.
Well, hello. Hardly a challenge.
I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm. Soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait, I know you.
I most certainly do. Jara is the most valued.
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. The change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening?
Let's try this.
Survival is all that matters.
heard tales of mind flayers, talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more fearsome. Is it not in the Illithid's barbarity that we find its splendor? Your eyes are no less monstrous, I assure you. A lesser woman might be frightened.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens, and your heart skips a beat. The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flayer is no mere curiosity, but an object of desire.
Why should I deny it? But perhaps there are other flavors that might satisfy my palate. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen.
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it, warmer than the sun, yet cooler than night.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing. Here, you are anything. You have one word. Tell me, what will you be? You are more than contented. You are at total peace. Your belly is full, your mind rested, your eyes bright. No more will you hear the clang of steel on steel. No more will you fear the cry of a wolf, the growl of an ogre. You are warm. You are safe.
Your flesh shivers, your heart bursts. True ecstasy for one fleeting moment.
Open your eyes. I'll remember you, and you'll remember me.
Let's get going. Very well.
How delicious.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Anything of use?
Wits and blades always sharp.
Hey, you!
Let's move. Wonder if the gods are watching me. All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. Time to press ahead. I should speak up.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have... That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed? Could doesn't quite cut it here. Come back when you've got some...
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
So you lied to me, in spite of all our progress together.
You see only darkness.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you have one word. Tell me, what will you be? You are no. And you.
Can't give up now. Have to keep going.
Put your worries back in this. We're in safe hands.
New God. Shall we?
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
So you lied to me.
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. Do you take me for a fool? Did you make the bargain?
So you lied to me.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. Can it be? Will the mighty Prince Orpheus soon illuminate the astral plane? Among the Githyanki, one gift is esteemed above all others. The Silver Sword. Take it. Wield it in honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son. Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find once inside. Smack the Prince of the...
Think again. I will not permit your entry. No.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. Yes. But you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Another case. Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. Bet. Why it must... You remind me of Develop, my assistant. She's posted in the lower... While that is startling, it still does... That's what you need if you want to change my mind. Hard evidence.
Can't slow down.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take...
Hey! You paid Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it. Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on. Oh! Raphael's latest client. Savior of the city, he says. The boss is always right, even though he's so very wrong. More than anything. My old dwarfen master used to beat me and better to feast in the hells than go begging in the heavens. When I'm not keeping my eye on potential clients like you, I make sure the House of Hope is fully secure. Devils often have prettier hordes than dragons. Sneaking thieves into their vaults is a lucrative business. But sometimes the thieves are rich, smart, or well-connected enough to come back in one piece. Take our esteemed Lord Gortash, for example. Talking about this won't end well for either of us. So, if you'll excuse me, conversation's over. I've got to sober up and get back to work.
Watch your back.
Hey! Forget your worry, paid Raphael. I want to hear all about it.
Really?
Like there's such a place for so many.
Damn, who?
I'll take that.
Take it however you want. Oh. Raphael's latest client. The boss is always right. Better to feast in the hells when I'm not keeping my eye on potential as a noose. Doesn't stop people from testing it, though. Devils often have prettier hordes than dragons. Sneaking thieves into their vaults is a lucrative business. Doesn't usually end well for the thieves. But sometimes...
She's enjoying your company, and the liquor has loosened her tongue, but she's anxious about the direction the conversation's taking.
Yeah, a diabolist with a loose sense of duty and a hunger to be richer than Mammon. I almost wish he'd asked me. I'd have told him to stick his gauntlet where the sun don't shine and wiped that smug little grin off his face. Conversation's over.
Especially for you. You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Hells, darling. Another sip and but other hankering for spicier flavours. How about you give me a... What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. I shall slake your thirst, dragon.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots, order up! Another tankard for the fist.
Tongue, spoon.
Sorry.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon? Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye. Oh, you're one of those? My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding. But you poke some folk hard enough, they're bound to squeal. And Mamselle Elmira there looks about ready to burst. Don't know about that, chum. Hoots Hooch packs a stronger wallop than all 10 of my knuckles. Could beef you up, sharpen your tongue, or knock you out cold. No telling till the first drop hits your gullet. Damn! First one's on the house. So, don't come bawling to me if your big toes fall off or your tongue coils in a knot. Caress, caress. The mamsel's brainchild. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't. Have a look. All set, are you?
Be rid of that brute. Isn't it right? On his leash. Game. Play.
Is your boss here to enjoy himself?
And no, not
Oh, I don't think this kind of establishment
Still
is
breathing,
quite to his
despite everything.
Now, what? Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in. You got it. But the new hooch is off limits. Can't have the mamsel leaping down my throat if I go burning yours. Pleasure to serve.
I put it on especially for you.
Better be.
A weary traveller, battered and bruised. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burn. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
I thought as much. Those eyes tell a story. Punishment is your pleasure. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Sweeting. I'm no fortune. Truth is, Fion's gone well missing. And my hands may be skillful, but they were not made to turn every last stone she might be hiding behind. To service is my call. Ugh. But I'd be a fool to say. 2 flights up, then turn right, and right again. That's Fion's pleasure room, Elminster's light. I'm listening. Nisha, our lovely nymph. But she's engaged in the nymphs. The client's a favorite of hers, too. I doubt you'll be able to tell. But we are blessed to have a devil in residence at the moment. A temporary guest. But he asked that I send any potential clients his way. Everyone who's paid a visit looks quite changed by the experience. Indeed he did. Exceedingly handsome, and with a voice that could make the foulest blasphemy seem the sweetest hymn. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor they'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like... Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replace. I have little coin, but I offer sin in a bun. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why. Anything else on your mind, sweet?
More for me. Got that right.
You keep scaring your regulars off.
9 hells! You followed me all the way here? What could you What? How? 9 hells? Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget. Please don't. What do you want from me? They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now. I can't tell you. I won't tell you. All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest. But there's more. Smoke powder. Inside the device. Not because I want to. Because I have to. I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. Go there. Tell them Uncle Philogia sent you, and they'll show you the... There.
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
What? No.
plea comes with an offering. A path.
Here, take it, all of it.
We are not in trouble. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. When the music stops, you and I will continue dancing.
Let's see what this does. What path lies before me?
You can stare as much as you like.
You there!
Best keep your hands to yourself.
Someone there? Remember our vow to keep one another safe.
That helped.
Continue dancing.
You have the key to my heart in that.
One she can win.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
I've got a long road ahead.
Don't touch me. It should be easy.
Pleasure isn't
This way. Father, give me strength.
Tongue, spoon.
All right.
What to do?
Eyes made. They just feasted off each other's asses.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Halt! Oppressor! I am reclaiming the victuals in this basement for the good of ratkind! Are you not? Well, you lot hoard your delectable riches while my brothers and sisters starve! Good! Your traitorous clodhopper!
If not over, then through.
name's Narber. Adventurer to be, soon to be the... As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter? Right you are. It won't hurt.
My mother and father.
Hello! Want to talk? I love to talk!
No screw to them. My tools can fix anything.
I'll just have to try it out and see.
Do you not like that?
Almost painful. Ahoy, stranger! Thanks for stopping by Calm's Gums. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember.
Fight! A real fight! They crush everyone!
Shopping for a suit. Dinner with my parents, remember?
Oh, it was such a bargain. We can't return it.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Ordination is what? Lord Gortash is becoming Archduke. All the peers came to pay regards. Well, B. You don't look the posh sort. Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates! Special permission!
My tools can fix...
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are... I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for... Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration.
We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father, the Dead Three's puppet. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I hear.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose. Good.
Damn squatters. Time they got what was coming.
I'm looking for heads. Who wants the bounty?
brothel, delights.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
He's a wild. I like that language. Must be rid of that drone. No, isn't right.
Hang on a sec. I recognize that face. She's put you up to something. Well, you won't get a sip for free. I insist you propose a toast. And if it's worth drinking to, that is what we shall do. Why? You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, a Baal Devella's been harping on about Baal for... I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fearmont. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the... Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you... Oh, and you'll need this. Well, what are you waiting?
on.
All right. What now? Breathe deep and move.
Right. Yes, on his leash.
Get your seafood here!
Such a prude.
Well, think I was just nervous, but don't worry.
Whoa.
I got it. I got it.
Slow down.
Very leather-like.
Did you see how far that watch has got like, yeah? Must have been 10 legs.
We're shopping friends.
You tried to climb up one, you madman!
Remember?
To see them
Can't return there.
You break it, you... well, knowing Enthar.
I should speak up.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class. How may I be of service? Short father.
Not everyone subscribes.
Trust no one. On my way.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
It is the smell that strikes you first. Spiced ceremonial oils cut through with the copper tang of blood. In the candlelight, Zevlor might almost be sleeping, but his empty eyes stare, his lips slack around a curl of parchment, poking through like a yellowed tongue. A message.
I'll take that.
I brought my own pair.
Don't waste a step.
You'll have to forgive me, but I'm struggling to understand why you'd agree to just hand over the crown. Especially for a bloody hammer. Why are you so... I promise you, whatever outcomes we're hoping for in this... No. What we should be pursuing is knowledge. We should pay a visit to Sorcerer's Sundries. Their book collection is the envy of the Sword Coast. I'm certain the truth... Ha! Sorcerers... I doubt...
How did you? Oh, it's you. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketherick and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash. I suspected that when we took Ketherick's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? Come. You may as well sit away. Your company isn't unwelcome. An accurate summary. I have found myself. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Duke Stelmane, or Belin, as I knew her. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others, though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important combat. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate you. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a... not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve. Another quake. The brain is
In here I thought you had half a brain. How wrong I was. You signed a deal with Raphael. What were you thinking? Please. You think I'm going to let that prick have the right to your soul? What if you change your mind about giving him the crown? What if you decide that giving Raphael dominion over the Hells is a bad idea? And anyway, do you really expect him to keep his word? You think he'll stay far away from you? As long as he has that contract, he owns you. I won't allow that. We're getting that contract back. You heard him, right? It's in his god's awful House of Hope. I swore I'd never return to the Hells. But for your soul, I'll make an exception. Just this once. We need to find a Diabolist. If we can find one worth their salt, they should be able to get us into that devil's lair. I'm getting in, getting your contract, and then I'm never setting foot in the Hells again.
Tadpole reveals your mind to...
I'd sooner have imagined shattering a planet with my bare fist than take... But we shouldn't regret the bargain, not for one instant. Raphael can have his crown, if it means breaking Prince Orpheus free. The prince will be suspicious. There'd be too little to gain from our deaths. Now, to the Charest...
At least things have stayed interesting.
What now? Simple.
Still alive. So that's progress. Moving in.
Keep a blade close.
Whether you're getting hammered or getting nailed, we've got the tool for the job.
Quick step. I wonder.
You told me the armor was a bargain.
It was! But good armor is hard to find.